Real quick, I'm going to be doing a Q&A video to kick off the new year, so if you have any questions, leave them in a comment below. I already got a bunch of great questions on Instagram, and this should be a fun video. So again, if you have anything, just comment below. Thanks. Okay, so nobody needs a reminder of how genuinely awful 2020 was. When the year started, my life was actually pretty great, but then it all came crashing down, and yeah. My original goal for this year was to hit 100 total uploads on my channel, and maybe even 10,000 subscribers. To do that, I would have needed to upload once or twice a week, 50 videos minimum, and if we go to my channel, you can see that I uploaded a grand total of 19 videos, which is not 50. But even so, I was still able to grow my channel by 2,000 subscribers, so if you subscribed this year, thank you, I hope you stick around. So yeah, let's just take a look at these 19 glorious videos, and then set some goals for 2021. Alright, so we started the year off strong with my Filmora 9 Beginner's Guide. I'm pretty sure a lot of you came from this one. As you can see, we got a ton of likes, a lot of comments. All around, this was a really successful video. Okay, so this right here is a review of a tripod that I bought. There's actually a funny part in here where I said that I wanted to take my tripod out and not just keep it in my room, and for obvious reasons, I wasn't able to take it around with me. Next up, I did this tutorial on how to turn into a Force Ghost. Just skip the ad real quick. There I am. Literally the day I filmed this video, I got a haircut, so as you can see, it's really fresh, looks great, and now my hair is a lot longer, but it's all good. Next, we had my 10 photo and video ideas for a wide-angle lens. This was actually the last video that I published before quarantine, as you can see by the publishing date, March 8th. To be completely honest, this video was a little bit lazy because it was just a compilation of footage that I'd shot previously, but the general idea that I had with this was to just show how great my life was at the time. You know, I'm hanging out with all of these different people, or I'm going to all of these interesting places and filming. I even snuck in a shot of me learning to drive, and then less than a week later, it all ended just like that. Yeah. Next up was just a generic little update video on how things were going. Okay, I look really weird in this opening shot, but all around this was a pretty good video, just me talking about my channel up to that point. Next up was my quarantine vlog, which I personally think has some historical value to it. So, you know, we've got a little montage of me baking some muffins, talking about my life. This was actually the first handheld vlog I'd ever done, and I did enjoy the experience. It definitely cheered me up a little bit out of my quarantine-induced depression. Alright, next up is my gaming setup and room tour 2020. I'm actually really proud of the camera work in this video. I was experimenting a little more and trying to go with this easygoing cinematic style. This shot right here is definitely one of my favorites. Now, there were a few shots in here that look a little weird in hindsight. For example, the colors in this shot are just really off. Like, the salt lamp shouldn't be red like it is. And next, this is where we raced some mini drones for fake money. It's obvious just from the title that this video was inspired by Mr. Beast. His videos have definitely been helping me get through quarantine, so I did kind of want to try that style out for myself while sticking to the general theme of my channel. There's actually a comment here about how these precious childhood moments will forever be remembered, and that is definitely something I think I'll get out of this video when I look back on it in the future. Next up was this tutorial on how to clone yourself in Photoshop. I took this photo specifically as a way of commemorating my 17th birthday, which was in May. This one was a fun one where me and a friend basically just tried to figure out how many ads we can stuff into a single YouTube video, and long story short, we found out that you can fit exactly one per minute at most. Next up was this video retesting my vintage telephoto lens. This was actually my second time making a video on this lens. It definitely improved a lot from the original, everything from my on-camera presentation to the quality of the B-roll. I just really like the video personally. Next up was this video, which was basically just about how I won an award for one of my short films. This was a pretty chill video. I just went over the concept of my film and then the details of the competition itself. Next was Ultimate Gaming Setup Part 3, which is actually the video where I hit 3,000 subscribers. Part 3, 3,000 subscribers. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of cool. Okay, this is the one where we threw pumpkins out of a window. We also went apple picking, as you can see here. I definitely want to start vlogging more on my channel and make it a little more personal than it is now. So hopefully as the pandemic comes to an end and my life gets interesting again, I will be able to include more vlogs on my channel. And next was my review of Filmora 10. Again, a really solid video. It's starting to pick up some steam. In this one, we did exactly what the title says we did, and we watched a terrible monster movie that we made as kids. And if you haven't seen this video, I highly recommend that you go watch it. Not only can you embarrass Lanaya further, but you can also see where I kind of got my start editing video and the sorts of things that I did before YouTube, if any of that happens to be of interest to you. And finally, we've got the last two videos that I did, which were both published a little over a week ago. I'm not going to go over them too much, it's just a tutorial and then the accompanying demo video. But yeah, that was everything I made in 2020. Alright, so let's talk about my goals for 2021. They can basically be summed up as finish my failed goals from 2020. There's a YouTuber named Roberto Blake who made a really great motivational video about how you need to make 100 crappy videos to even start to get YouTube figured out. Now, I obviously wouldn't say that my videos are crappy, but I do want them to be the best that they can possibly be. So I do want to hit that 100 video mark, and hopefully in the process I'll also be able to hit 10,000 subscribers. Additionally, assuming that everything goes according to plan, I will be graduating high school and starting college in the fall, so you'll probably see some of that on my channel as well. Alright, so that was my 2020 rewind. Those were my 2021 goals. There's not really much more to say. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, and yeah, outro.